Okay, so for my fourth discussion of my interpersonal communication project with my very close friend, I'm going to share a meaningful communication moment that made me realize something new about my communication with her. So we spend a lot of time together because we're next door neighbors. We go to the same school. We have a lot in common. So we tend to just assume what we're all thinking, and we typically have very expected behaviors with one another. So it just was a little off when we were talking about weekend plans, and we got into a little bit of a disagreement about it, and it wasn't anything serious, but she was very quiet, and she's typically very responsive. She's typically very talkative. So it felt very off to me that she was being quiet. She wasn't saying very much. So I was wondering, maybe she's annoyed with me, maybe she's mad at me. But then I realized later, I might just be assuming something and I'm interpreting her behavior, and it could be completely different to what she's actually feeling. So I decided to apply perception checking and just looking at nonverbal communication as my big concept. But it's kind of funny because this is what we were working on the week before, so it's kind of fresh in my mind, which is probably why I chose it. So instead of immediately assuming she was upset with me, I tried to ask her a question, because a lot of times, and I'm a very I don't know how else to say it, I get in my head a lot and I'm like, she's definitely mad at me. She's got to be mad at me. And I just make that up in my mind without even asking. So I asked her, I was like, hey, you were really quiet yesterday. Were you upset? Is everything okay? And I was just trying to focus on understanding her perspective instead of just going straight to the emotion. So one thing that does surprise me is that she wasn't actually mad at me. So way to make it about myself, I guess. But she was actually just really stressed out with all this ACT stuff and her dance and just all this prep for tests that she's having, because again, junior year. So she was stressed about other things, outside factors completely unrelated to me and her. Probably talking about weekend plans just was not important to her at the moment because she was stressed about a test she had the next day. And so I just realized, I was like, okay, so maybe it's not about me, and it's really easy to misinterpret how someone may be feeling. And it's really easy to misinterpret those nonverbal cues, like her being quiet and just anything that shows a behavior different to what you expect of the other person. And especially like when I'm close with her and I expect her to be a certain way, it's just when she's acting different, I'm automatically jumping to conclusions like, are you mad at me? So I know not to do that. So moving forward, the adjustment I want to make is just slowing down before just making a conclusion right away, asking and just giving her the chance to explain how she's actually feeling or what might be going through her mind, other than just reading the nonverbal cues based off of how I'm seeing it, from how I'm processing it. Maybe just look a little bit more into her perspective, step into her shoes a little bit more before I go on thinking she's mad at me about something that's completely unrelated. So even when I'm very close to her, clear communication still matters very much. And there's a lot of things that you just don't expect about people that you typically might expect of them. There's never too much to know about someone. So that's my thing for this week. The nonverbal cues was very important to this. So, yep.